You were with us last week as we splashed down here in Aruba.
Make sure we don't start winging in water.
Where we have spent the last few months refitting our sailing boat Tay-Lee. Aside from one small scare, we just found some water in a bilge. It feels so good to be floating again. However, the winds have finally calmed down, which is our sign to head off on the 520 nautical mile trip west to Panama.
So it's Tuesday morning at the moment and we're about to pick up and go from Aruba. We're gonna go and get a little bit of fuel first. We don't need tons because we've still got half the bottom tank, but just to make sure we've got enough for this next section, we're gonna go there, but we're not gonna be a million miles offshore. So if we do have the motor more than we think, we can just pop into Cartagena or Santa Marta. It's really exciting, we can't wait. Tay-Lee feels very ready to go.
I just wanted to show you the route and the weather. I just want to say first of all that there is no perfect weather for this passage. It's in one of the top 5 most treacherous ocean passages there is. But that's fine, we're just rolling with it and we want as low wind as possible. That's kind of the biggest thing. With low wind here comes lightning, and it might be something we deal with over the next few days. Not really looking forward to that, but you've got to do what you're going to do. We have to take this low wind period. So we're in Aruba right now, and the goal is to go offshore here and then kind of hug the coast a bit more all the way down to here, which is in Panama. It's actually the first stop you can stop at over the border from Colombia. So that's the goal.
We might though end up going there depending on the wind's looking like later on the week, because we might be beating if we're coming down this coast here. Yeah. But if we end up going that way, it'll be more beam on.
There's a big mountain range here on Cabavela, and then there's another big mountain range, Santa Marta here. So you get quite a lot of katabatic winds going through. This is also the border line between Colombia and Venezuela, and you obviously have to stay well off Venezuela. So we've got a few things we're working with this passage. But more than anything, we are really excited to get out there.
God, it just eats it up so quick.
Hey! Yes. We just heard on the radio that a boat just went into the customs dock, which is notoriously shallow as it is, and they just ran aground and there's waves coming in. So the customs just said that it's too dangerous to dock alongside today, so we're going to have to get near an anchor, but it looks pretty rough up there. So I'm going to radio now and see what they suggest. Harbour Master, this is sailing yacht Tay-Lee, over.
Tay-Lee yacht Tay-Lee, Aruba port.
We are wanting to check out in about half an hour. We heard that the dock is really rough, so is it possible to anchor and dinghy in, over?
Captain, I think that's the best option, but let the marina call the immigration and customs for you and double check.
They asked us to ask the marina to call the immigration to see whether we could do that. It's all so complicated, it just doesn't need to be. That's okay, not letting it get us down. It's all part of the adventure, eh? It'd be boring if it wasn't convoluted.
Safe trip, guys.
Thank you!
Thank you!
See ya!
Pleasure.
1.7.
1.6.
I know.
1.5. Oh, it's getting better.
Tulu is now anchored and we are on our way to the customs dock. We hate leaving the boat so quickly after anchoring, but there's nothing we can do.
We've got 6 to 1 out right now, so we should be alright.
We've got a lot of chain out and the anchor seam dug, but we're just going to go collect our friends. But look at the waves coming in, it's incredible.
Got so different to last time we were here, like no wind, but waves.
Oh, nice. All checked out. We've done the customs, but look at this boat.
Maria en español. Mario.
Woo! Yeah, the boats are rocking so much. The waves are fully coming in. Mental. Hi, bumpy. Yeah. Let's go. We're off. Just gotta, can you see the waves breaking up ahead?
Yeah.
It's mental. Woo!
It's pretty bloody good to be back out again.
Yeah?
It's been a long while, hasn't it? It's pretty calm out here as well. There's a little bit of swell coming through at the moment, but we are still only in 40 odd meters. Yeah, I think it's mostly just coming from that and that big boat that just passed.
But we did it!
Yeah.
Woo! We're out of Aruba!
Yeah, she's feeling good as well. Like the new prop that we've got feels like it's doing the job. The dripless shaft seal is working. Rudder shaft seal looks like it's working. All the new sea cocks and skin fittings are playing ball at the moment. We'll keep monitoring those obviously throughout the trip.
Touch some wood. But yeah, it's beautiful out here. Bye Aruba! It's been fun, but long.
Good to go.
Yeah.
It has been good here, but
Yeah.
it is nice to finally get moving again.
I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
Zach has cooked up a storm again. What have we got?
We've got rice noodles with a satay sauce and a load of like mixed veg and herbs and some beans as well.
It looks so good. A bowl of goodness for this upcoming trip. Now 7 PM and we are just motoring still. We're still heading to wind. The wind is 4.9 knots on our nose. That's okay. It's really peaceful out here and lovely. Zach's just getting ready for his sleep and I am on night watch now. My first one is 4 hours. My second one will be at 3 till 6. It's feeling really good. I was pretty nervous about the lightning earlier after our sail from Grenada to Bonaire. Just had this pit in my stomach that it would be a repeat of that. But then I realised that, you know, why worry if it might not even happen? You know, you just suffer twice. Easier said than done at times, for sure, but yeah, there might be no lightning tonight. I'm crossing my fingers for it, and the biggest thing is we're on our way, feeling good, new horizons, and yeah, there's a few stars out, which is really beautiful. The only negative about the Bimini, can't see the stars as well.
We're just off the coast of Colombia now, just rounding the headland now, starting to round it. I think we're with the current now because we're doing consistently, I don't know, 6.5, 7 knots, which is pretty nice. Yeah, it's been a pretty uneventful night. Seen one big container ship. It's been a few clouds, a few bits of lightning here and there, but nothing too crazy. Sea state's pretty calm still at the moment. The winds are pretty much non-existent. It's been like maximum 7 knots, but it's been so shifty there's been no point getting sails out. But yeah, it's pretty nice. We've had a moon for most of the night and it's just dipping down over the horizon now, but the stars are getting amazing now. I know I won't be able to show on camera because I won't do it justice, but yeah, good first night.
Little morning report. It was a wonderful night. It was definitely just the best when you just get out there and all the feelings of apprehension just melt away. There were shooting stars. I saw a meteorite just smash and fall to earth. There was seabirds landing on the boat and butterflies, and it was a really lovely night. Lightning was in the distance, but it was far away. Anyway, we've just thrown up the mainsail because the sea has got a bit mushy. We're kind of rounding the point now, which is notorious for being a bit mushy. And even though there's, I don't know, like 2 or 3 knots of wind right now, the sea has just got a bit mushy. So now we've thrown up the mainsail, we're a lot less rolly, which is lovely.
We got these Easy Sea winch handles back in Aruba.
Feel nice, eh?
Yeah. It's a solution to an issue we had crossing the Atlantic of never being able to find a winch handle right before a school would hit. You can use it like that, or like that, or... We're excited to put them through their paces this coming season, and we'll keep you updated with our thoughts on them along the way.
Put it to bed. Wow, that's neat. Oh, there's a dolphin! Woohoo! Woo! 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 Zach, look out the window! Giving an update. Have you got anything to add?
Starlink's not working, which is a bit annoying. But we just wanted to get weather updates, but we might end up pulling into Colombia just to get a weather update or getting a bit closer to the shore. But yeah, apart from that, it's been a good day. It'd be nice if there was a bit more wind. We sailed a bit this morning, but it's just died. There's literally 0 knots right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's dead calm. Sea state's all right, I guess. It's flattened out a lot now, so it's pretty dead calm. Dolphin's back. Oh, there's loads. There's more.
Woo! But yeah, we were meant to be sailing by now with 10 to 15 knots behind us, which isn't a ton, but that's okay. Anyway, it's non-existent. I think we are really ahead of schedule. We've sailed we've motor sailed 165 or something miles since yesterday at 2, so we've been flying. We came really high up north just to avoid the pirates, the lightning, and get into the currents. We have been fixated on currents recently. Around this headland, Cabo de la Vela, there's a counter current, so you have to come out further, go through the neutral current area, and then hop into the kind of faster bit up north. But yeah, making good headway, at least. It will be nice when we can sail, but we shouldn't wish it away because this is a notoriously dangerous passage, and they recommend going in no wind rather than some wind, because some wind is amplified 3 times around this coast, and we've heard of other cruisers getting around here with 15 knots and it amplifying to 45 knots. So yeah, I guess we should be just grateful that we're out here, and you know, we've got a solid engine. Sometimes that's just part of sailing life, just motoring through the dangerous bits to get to the good bits. Zach also mentioned the Starlink stopped working. That is a mystery. We just turned it on and it wouldn't come out of its stow mode, which is really annoying because we obviously put all of our eggs in one basket this trip and didn't take a sat phone. Well, we have a sat phone, we didn't activate a sat phone because it's coastal and because we had Starlink. But it's highlighted that we always need a sat phone. Luckily there's other boats around and our friends are over there, so they've got weather, but I think we're going to pop in to Colombia just to try and fix this. But hopefully we can just be there, drop the anchor and be there an hour or so, because to check in it's 250 quid. So yeah, we'll see.
A friend of ours in Aruba recommended us to get these. They look like passion fruit, but they don't taste really at all like passion fruit. They're kind of more taste like pina colada, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're not as sharp, and they've kind of got a lot more of like a tropical like taste to them. But I think they're in the same family as passion fruits because they're very similar like look inside as well. But they're so good. We're gonna try and get some in Panama when we get there. They're so good.
We are just going past the Sierra Nevada mountains, and I think the height is about 4,000 meters, the highest mountain coastal range in the world, and I just cannot believe there's no wind. None. So strange. Apparently the wind howls down here at 40-50 knots when there's predicted 10 knots, and right now there's predicted 15 knots and there's nothing. It's so strange. Yeah, tomorrow I'm really looking forward to hopefully the wind coming back again. I hate the sound of the engine. It just drones on and on and on.
Spicy. We're probably going to spend the next 18 miles dodging logs. There's so much debris in the water from the Magdalena River here at the moment. It's kind of crazy. It's just like, there's just loads of like tropical foliage everywhere, and then the occasional big log.
Yeah, which is the ones we don't want to hit.
Yeah, they're like the smaller ones, feel like. Yeah, we don't want to hit anything too big, really.
There's an island out there
Oh yeah?
of grass. It's nice we have a folding prop in this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy, it's everywhere. Oh my god, big log. Okay, I'm going to be on the lookout. We might have decided, is to maybe stop in to Santa Marta for a few days. We were going to just drop the anchor tonight and leave crack of dawn tomorrow morning. We've never been to South America, and it seems bonkers just dropping your hook and not even going onto land, even if it is an expensive check-in. I don't know when we'll be back, so this is one of those moments where plans change, and maybe we should see a bit of Colombia while we're here.
Crazy coastline.
Yeah, it's awesome. So we really didn't expect this, but because of the weather coming in, we actually have to leave less than 24 hours later.
Yeah, you heard that right. Starlink had miraculously sprung back to life the minute we had pulled into the marina, and a quick weather check showed us that if we didn't leave right now, we'd be here for the next 2 or more weeks, with winds upwards of 40 knots, and that's not taking into account the Katabatic mountain winds. We'd best get out of here quickly. This has got to be one of the most beautiful places we've ever been. It's such a shame we've got to go. We'll be back at some point.
Needless to say, we're mildly gutted about going so soon, but we live our lives by the weather, and sometimes it just looks like that.
We could have stayed here if the weather was bad. Obviously we wouldn't be going, but this is the last opportunity for...
It's also really expensive in that marina. Well, for us it is. It's about 48 US, and if we get stuck here for a few weeks, we're just going to be really poor by the end.
We've got to save up for some big upgrades before the Pacific anyway. So yeah, we really need that.
But we have 299 miles to go now, so
hopefully we'll get in Sunday evening at some point.
Sunday evening is the goal. But yeah, excited for the next journey, however that may look. Hold on. Woo! Zach, hold on tight. We're flying along, so it's time to get this engine off. Oh, whoa. It's going to be a bit of a rolly day. We've got a bit of a slight cross swell. Well, it's definitely a spicy day out here. It's gusting well over 30 at the moment. She's handling so well, and
it has moments of being like really
beautiful.
Yeah, like,
and then it gets
up.
Yeah, so that's what we've got to thank these like 4,000 metre mountains behind us.
Good job, Becca.
It's died down a little bit now, but it's gusting like 33 at points. It's nice because we're sitting really fast.
It's like the best average speed we've ever done. Probably partly because of the new falling prop and anti-foul that we've got. It's definitely making a big one. Ah! You see the rise behind it so much.
Whisker pole is up and we're way more balanced, which is lovely. We were seeing speeds we really weren't used to and were both absolutely beaming, but we had another obstacle on the horizon, which was crossing the huge river Magdalena. So we're 9 nautical miles off the river Magdalena, which is the river that flows at 6 knots with loads of debris out of Colombia. They say to cross it in the daylight, and we expected to be crossing it at 6, and we're hopefully going to cross it about 3:30. So yeah, there's a lot of big cargo ships coming out the river too. So we've just got to keep an eye out for those, and tree trunks and cars and cows and all sorts. So
Oh, 10.9 knots then.
really?
Yeah.
Wow, we're flying along, and the prop's closed, so it's silent inside. It's absolutely beautiful, and I think we've gotten at least another knot out of it.
It's so nice inside. It's not like any loud noises. It's just like,
Silent.
especially in our cabin, it's really calm.
We're having a great time. Great time. Tay-Lee is loving life, and so are we.
Look at that! It's insane. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Look at it. It's actually a line.
One of our river tactics was to go slow and steady, but even with everything double reefed, we were still going 7 knots. Yeep. Okay, log to port.
Okay, how far?
About 10 meters, but you're fine. Yeah. You're doing a cracking job.
Thanks. Oh, look at that! We're in the brown.
It's fine, we got it. Okay, I can't see anything ahead right now.
This was actually an insane experience. We thought we might see a slight change of colour. We didn't expect the smell of soil and rich brown river water under our hull. Check out the Google Earth image, it really shows it well.
We had successfully made it across the river, but darkness had now fallen and the night was going to get interesting. See you next week. That is just silly us being voluntarily out in thunderstorms.